This is NFL Total Access. It's Friday, it's almost Halloween weekend, and we're here to get you ready for some rivalries. Welcome to NFL Total Access. I'm MJ Acosta-Ruiz, Michael Robinson, David Carr, and James Jones all holding it down with me today. Nothing scarier than some of the decisions we had to make on matchups this week, but no worries, we have our mastermind, Cynthia Freeland, here to keep us on track as well. Let's get you started with who's in and who's out. Welcome to the party, Tom Pelissero. Let's start things off with the Vikings and Dalvin Cook.
MJ, Dalvin Cook officially listed as questionable for the Vikings game on Sunday against the Packers, but Cook was a full participant today for the first time since suffering that groin strain 3 weeks ago. Coach Mike Zimmer said not only is Cook good to go, expect him to get a full workload against the Packers. Meanwhile, Green Bay's star running back Aaron Jones out once again because of his calf strain. I've been told Jones believes he can play and he wants to play, but the Packers continue to proceed with caution here. Expect a lot of Jamal Williams again this week against Minnesota. Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas out once again. It started off as a high ankle sprain back in week 1. Then he punched a teammate, got deactivated for a game, then tweaked a hamstring in practice last week. Thomas did get limited practice in the past couple of days, just not ready yet to play the Bears on Sunday. Chicago's star wide receiver Allen Robinson officially listed as doubtful, but that is a technicality because Robinson is still in the concussion protocol and did not practice all week. Coach Matt Nagy told reporters that if Robinson is cleared in time, he will play on Sunday against the Saints. Bengals running back Joe Mixon out once again, still dealing with an ankle injury. It'll be Gio Bernard getting another start against the Titans. And as for Ravens running back Mark Ingram, he's listed as doubtful because of an ankle. I'm told no setbacks for Ingram. He's just not ready yet, so expect Gus Edwards and rookie J.K. Dobbins to carry the load in a huge game against the Steelers, MJ.
Oh, Tom, that was quite the list, and sadly, I'm going to have to add a few more. Let's take a look at some other notable injuries. For all of you fantasy owners out there, here's who's out. Running back Miles Sanders with a knee, as well as Chris Godwin also with a finger. Julian Edelman is out with a knee as well. Chris Carson questionable with a foot. Philip Lindsay questionable with a concussion. All right, time now for our NFL Total Access Game of the Week. Let's get it.
They don't like us. We damn for sure don't like them.
Well, what's the blow? We on this hell today.
This is our championship. Today is our day.
They got him. Loose the ball. Now comes back to his right. Throws the pass. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Flacco's going to be stacked up.
That's big time defense right there.
It's intercepted, and he's in for the touchdown.
The Ravens offense delivers the miracle. There's some hit, there's some jawing, there's everything we thought there would be.
Hit by Polamalu. Ball's out.
He kind of did force Jacoby Jones back into the field.
He's got Steve Smith Sr. Touchdown. Jackson looking to the end zone, fires, caught for a touchdown. Powers his way inside the 5. Touchdown. The Ravens are back in front.
Driving for the end zone is James Conner for the touchdown that puts the Steelers ahead.
You got two teams that respect one another but don't like one another.
And the Ravens extend their lead.
That is Juju Smith-Schuster getting away for the touchdown. The Steelers have clinched the AFC North.
We've got fresh-faced David Carr right here, but we got to get serious, DC, because this is going to be a hell of a game. Give us 3 things the Ravens need to do to haunt the Steelers' perfect season.
I'll keep it really simple, MJ. First off, Lamar Jackson has to hit chunk plays. He has to be able to keep up with Ben Roethlisberger. They obviously can run the football, but they have to do what he did early in the season. This is a great picture of it. You're going to have 2 shots here. This one is a great throw to Willie Snead, which is down the field, down the middle of the field, and actually the defensive back is in pretty good position. He's going to undercut here, but Lamar Jackson puts it in the only place you can throw this ball, in the perfect place for Willie to score a touchdown. This next play is something that they can do and use Hollywood Brown. You put him in the slot, you have a safety over the top. He thinks he's occupied. He thinks he's taken care of. Well, actually, what they're trying to do is play action pass, suck those linebackers up. Now, outside, you're trying to occupy the corner's eyes on the outside receiver, and he does that. Hollywood Brown is able to take vertical up the field, and then again, Lamar with a perfect throw. I mean, this can't be anywhere else except right where it is. So the big front plays are going to be crucial. The second thing that has to happen is they have to be physical. This game has historically been a very physical dominant game and the team that is the more physical team ends up winning the football game. Now, there's a lot of scary movies on TV right now, okay? And that leads me to my third point. You have to be aggressive. You have to be violent. You have to take the football away. The Baltimore Ravens right now lead the NFL. They've knocked the ball out and taken it away 8 times. They've also led the league in points scoring, 17.3 points per game. Not the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Baltimore Ravens. So this is going to be a big chunk play game, but it also has to be a physical, violent, take the football away from the other team game. If you're going to beat an undefeated team, you have to do things like that to give your team a short field and give yourself a chance to win the football game.
David, this was a tough one for me to pick, so I'm going to have you go first. Who you got?
Well, I think it is a tough one, but if you're undefeated for a reason, and I'm going to say it's still Pittsburgh that has just one more play. 24-20, they just find a way to do it, but it's going to be a great football game.
I think it is going to be close as well. I actually have the Ravens 20-19. I think it will be that close. It will be a shootout, but they're home, they're off a bye, and they're fresh. I think they give the Steelers their first loss of the year. All right, thanks, David. This Sunday, Kurt Warner sits down with Ben Roethlisberger on NFL Game Day morning. Here's a little sneak peek for you.
So I say Ravens, Steelers. First thought that comes to your mind?
Pain. You know, it's AFC North. You just never know what you're going to get, but you know you're going to get a physical game. It goes all the way back to Ed Reed and Haloti Ngata and Ray Lewis and Terrell Suggs and, you know, the physicality that was that game and still is. You literally get beat up all game, and then at the end of it, you take your helmet off and you give the other guy a hug and say, man, that was awesome. Can't wait to do it again.
All right, here's a look at the AFC playoff pictures. Bills are in first place in the AFC East. As you can see, the Patriots are in the hunt. Cam Newton trying to figure out how to exercise those demons.
Well, for me, I know I'm better than what I've been putting on film, and that's simple. And I know there's light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, you cannot get to 3 and 4 wins without getting to 1 win. You know, I don't know what funk, spell, or omen that's in, you know, Boogie's household right now, but I have to, you know, let off some chakras, some sage or something.
Healing crystals, whatever you need to do. I have M. Rob and James Jones with me here. The Patriots are 2-4, sitting in third place in the AFC East. Cam Newton has been struggling, you guys, no question. How does he get it together, though, in this divisional showdown, M. Rob?
Yeah, I really think they have to stop running Cam Newton as much. And I know, you know, people who follow me and understand what I love movement quarterbacks and running quarterbacks. But what happens with Cam Newton, when he's not healthy, it affects his passing. And right now, Cam Newton averages about 10 or 11 designed quarterback runs a game. He averages almost 5 yards per carry. He essentially is the top back for the New England Patriots. So it has been affecting his downfield passing. Ever since that Week 2 game against the Seattle Seahawks, where Julian Edelman had a record day and Cam Newton was spot on throwing the ball down the football field, he's been regressing at pushing the ball down the football field. So I just think that this New England Patriots offense and this team needs a little bit more playmakers on the outside, that he can just drop back, James, and just put the ball in the air and they can go make a play.
Well, I'm glad you finished with that, M-Rob. More playmakers, because that is why he's running. There is no receivers out here that can win one-on-one matchups right now and make those plays for Cam Newton. The first 3 games, everybody was sitting here saying, man, this is why they let Tom Brady go. Cam Newton is playing lights out. They were moving the pocket, getting him outside the pocket. They were in so many different formations, making it hard on defenses. Now these last couple games, Cam has been there. He's standing in the pocket, not moving the pocket, trying to make some throws to these receivers who are not winning. And then that's when you see him getting sacked, and that's when you see the turnovers coming. But Cam Newton, he is a better quarterback than this. You heard him say it on his radio show. He needs to play better, and he cannot turn the football over. I know you're not going to score every time, but you cannot turn the football over. And if I'm Cam, I have to use my leg, not winning.
All right, let's flip it to the other side of things, though, James. As you're looking at the Bills, what's the key to victory for Buffalo?
Oh, man, see, it's Halloween. These division games are scary, man. You never know how they're going to go. But for Buffalo to win this game, it's simple for me. Do not turn the football over. Right now, on paper, you are a better football team than the New England Patriots. You haven't been able to say that in a long time, going in to play the Patriots. But you are a better football team. To win this game, if you don't turn it over, you are going to win this ball game, period.
James, I agree with you, man. You know, eliminate the bad plays out of your play.